All right, today we are going to draw a value cat. You're going to get a big white piece of paper and a black crayon. Always write your name first and your teacher's name on the back nice and neatly. On the front, first thing you're going to do is trace the circle for the head kind of over on the side. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it's not exactly, I can see I didn't quite get it perfectly. That is okay. We're going to do the drawing part of the cat together. So at this point, I just want you to pause and wait for my instructions. Okay, so once we've drawn the cat together, you're going to add some decorations, some simple lines, some simple shapes. This one I did a little differently. I did the head on the other side, which is okay too. So think of zigzag lines, simple shapes that you can add to the body of your cat. These are not realistic cats. Once you have that done, I'll give you a few minutes for that. We're going to get black, and I want you to paint in some of the spaces of your cat. So you're going to just dip the tip of your brush, and we're only going to use black to start. And I want you to sort of think about what places would be darker on your cat, and I can cover up some of the crayon that I've already done. Think about your paintbrush, pulling the paint, getting that smooth kind of pull of the lines. And some of these lines I'm just going to paint in between. I'm going to kind of get those spaces filled in so that I have all the black parts painted, and then I'll come back and show you what it's going to look like after that. All right, so now I got all the black parts that I wanted to be painted in. Now I still have some black on my brush, and that's okay. Once I have the parts painted black that I want to have painted black, I'm going to use the tip of my brush, and you can see my brush is still happy, it's in a point. I'm just going to dip it into the tip, into the white. So I'll give you a little bit of white on this little magazine. Just dip a little bit on that, and then you're going to start painting with your white. Now, once you notice you start using the white, it's going to be a gray value. And I want you to just kind of see how those brush strokes look. The more you paint, the smoother it'll get, and it'll blend together. I'm just going to use my white for a while to kind of blend in with my black, because the black is a very dark value. So if I just use the white, it'll make a nice gray color. And the more I use of the white, the lighter the gray will get. We kind of did this with our blue dog, and I want you just to be very aware of where your arm is. I'm going to paint right over his little mouth right here, and I'll show you what we'll do to kind of add some whiskers after that. So I'm painting in the face, kind of filling in all of those lines, smoothing out some of my paintbrush strokes as I go. You don't have to smooth out your paintbrush strokes. If you want them to be kind of showing, you might decide that you like some of those paintbrush strokes. And that's going to be up to you. You can see I've got that sort of almost finished. Got a little bit on this side to finish up. And then I'll show you kind of how it's going to look as we keep using the white. Your gray will get a little bit lighter and lighter and lighter. And then I'll kind of show you at the end how we add the whiskers. Okay, so now my cat is completely filled in. I just used mostly the white, and then some of mine I kind of changed it as I was painting, and I just filled in with like right here. I'll go back with that and put in a different color. All right, so now I can take my black again, and I can put those lines back in. Like I want to make my nose a little bit bigger. I'm just using the very tip of my brush, and if you need more as you're painting, you can get more. Try to use that very, very tip, and once that paint is dry, it will go on pretty smoothly. And then if you want to add some lines for whiskers, we're going to end up cutting these out and adding some more details next week. So keep your lines fairly simple. And I might go back and add some little designs on some of these, and we'll do some of that again next week too. All right, and then raise your hand when you're finished.